complex example of a logarithmic graph. Again, over here is the basic log graph, things like log base 2 of x, and it generally crawls up the right hand side of the negative y-axis, hits this point here which is 1, 0, and then it kind of takes off rather slowly after that, steadily climbing. And this graph is just going to move that picture around a little bit and flip it and turn it and a few other things. So let's discuss what all these little pieces do. The easy ones are the 2 and the 3. Well, actually the easy one is the 2 and the negative. This one is going to make it go up 2, so we're going to take the entire x-axis and just move it up 2 units. This is the tricky one. It's again got that negative x and a number next to it, so it gets a little strange. The negative here is going to flip this thing over the horizontal, our translated x-axis, and let's start dealing with this 3 minus x. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite g of x so that we have something like, positive x plus or minus something. So we're going to get 2 minus log of base 3, and we're going to factor out that negative and use the commutative property, flip it around a little bit, and we're going to get x minus 3. And you can check to see if this works. You distribute the negative back out and you're going to get a negative x, which is up here, and we're going to get a positive 3, which is right there. So we haven't changed anything, just the look of it all. So that's telling us that this graph is going to go right 3 because it's a negative 3 inside the parentheses. Alright, so we know we have to go up 2, we have to go right 3, we have to flip over the horizontal, and one last thing. This negative on the inside, affecting the x term, is going to flip this thing over the vertical. So we're going to have 2 flips here, one over the horizontal line, one over the vertical line. Alright, so let's begin by putting in the translated axis. Here is the line y equals 2. Here is the line x equals 3. And generally the graph would normally start up here on the right of this green dotted line, go through the point 1 to the right of the translated origin, and then kind of slowly go off that way. But it's getting flipped twice. Once it's getting flipped over the vertical line here, so instead of coming this direction, it'll be coming this direction, come through that point and go off slowly that way. But it's also getting flipped over the vertical line. So instead of coming down this side, going through that point and going off to infinity, it's going to come down on the left-hand side. It's going to go through the point 1 to the left of the origin, then it's going to slowly decrease in value over time. So that would be the translated graph, where it would normally start off here, go through that point, go that way. It was flipped here, and then it was flipped again to go over the vertical line. And here's a computer-generated version of it. The domain of this graph is negative infinity all the way up to positive 3. The range of this graph is going to be all real numbers. And that's it.